Hello, I am King Miss Jody. Or maybe I'm Queen. This is a pretty cool crown. What? Look at that. My big head, it doesn't fit me very good. All right, good morning, boys and girls. I'm so glad you're here and hope you're having an awesome day. We've got some more super duper fun stuff to do. I wanted to get out our magic box and see if you remember, what are we learning about? Do you remember what these are? Oh, pumpkins. We are learning about pumpkins. So while we do our calendar and some of our other stuff, if you want to have out your Duck and Goose, say good morning. Good morning, good morning. Duck and Goose are watching it, but if you wanted to get out your pumpkins book, you could color that, or you can just listen. I'll leave it up to you. But you can work on that this morning too. And so I don't forget, we are gonna do some calendar. Okay, hold on while I move you. There we go. Okay, so we are still in the month of September. And the cool thing is, this is our last day of September. What? So tomorrow when you come to school, October. And maybe, I bet some of your moms have already started decorating because Halloween and fall and all this stuff is so much fun. Oh, I love the fall. Love it. Okay, so September, we are gonna count our days. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Look at this. Oh, we get stuck. Oh no, poor Mr. 30. Oh, you guys, look at that. The whole month of September, 1 to 30. That is so cool. Wow. Okay, we said September, fall. Time to talk about the weather. Are you ready? Here we go. I'm gonna get, Goose is gonna help us. Are you ready? Here he goes. And say, what's the weather? What's the weather like today? Like today? Look outside the window. Look outside the window. Can you say? Can you say? Let's see. What do you think the weather's like? Oh, Mr. Goose says he thinks that it's stormy out. Do you think it's stormy? Oh dear. Get Mr. Goose, why don't you look out the window again? Now he says it's snowing. Oh, Mr. Goose. Oh. Would you do me a favor? Would you tell Mr. Goose, tell him, what kind of weather do we have today? Good job. You guys are so smart. Okay. Now, we get to do some super duper awesome flashcards. Are you ready? Do you remember our shapes that we're learning this month? Here we go. Square, rectangle, circle, triangle, hexagon. And our shape of the week is a square. Let's count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they are all the same length. Isn't that cool? That is our square. Okay. And let's do Mr. Smarty Pants is. Do you remember what our letter of the week is? Do you remember our letter? It's a T. Do you remember what sound it makes? T, 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 t. This is a top. Top. T, t, top. Oh man, you guys are smart. So, we get to do something totally awesome. Okay? Hold on to your pantyhose. I'm gonna turn you. Whoop, whoop. Here we go. We get to do our letter T poem. All right, Mr. Goose, get back up here. We need your help. So, when we do our poems, you are gonna need a yellow crayon, okay? So, grab this paper, grab your yellow crayon. Okay, here we go. Oh, do you remember? I almost forgot. Oh, you guys, hold the phone. I'm gonna get my marker out. What do I need to write on my paper? Oh, you guys, my name. The most important thing to get ready for kindergarten is my name, and I almost forgot it. Oh, Miss Jody, I will be getting some more coffee. I need some more coffee today. Okay. Let's do this. All right, T is our letter of the week. And we have T is for taco, T is for top, T is for turtles that do belly flops. So let's find all of our T's. We're gonna go through the page. Oh, there's one. Oh, taco, top, turtle, T, that. Can you find all the T's? So you're gonna go through and find your T's, and then you know what you can do is you can get out your crayons, and I wanna see if you can be, watch me, I'm gonna show you something really quick. I'm going to color like a kindergartner for a second. I'm gonna focus and color nice and slow and color each one of these. Do you see how careful I'm being? I'm not just scribbling everywhere. Let me zoom it in for you. Do you see I'm coloring my turtle? I'm not making him crazy, okay? And my taco, I'm gonna think about it and say, what color do I think I wanna color my taco? Okay, and maybe I do a really light brown on the shell, because sometimes I like those corn tortillas. Those ones are my favorite. And oh, I really like lettuce and cilantro on my tacos. So I'm gonna add some green. And I love tomatoes on my tacos. And cheese. So I'm gonna add some yellow to my taco. Ooh, and my favorite is when you put chicken on your tacos. Do you like chicken? Ooh, or maybe some steak. Ooh, I love carnitas. So good. Okay, so I'm gonna pay attention and I'm gonna make sure that I'm coloring all the right colors, okay? So you wanna make sure that what you're adding to your picture, that it makes sense, right? Because I mean, I've never seen a purple taco. Have you ever seen a purple taco? Probably not, right? So I wanna make sure that what I'm coloring kind of makes sense. There's times where we can be crazy and silly, but then there's other times that you need to make sure it makes sense. Like a top could be any color, right? When I'm coloring my top, I could say, ooh, you know what? I really would like to make this a purple top, okay? But then I'm gonna color really carefully. I'm not gonna scribble purple all over my page, okay? So as you're doing some of this stuff, I want you to make sure you're being a little bit careful. And sometimes we get a little bored with coloring. We'll be like, oh, I don't want to color. And you'll do your whiny face. Do you have a whiny face? So here's what I'd like you to do. One, don't do your whiny face. It drives your grown-up crazy. Whew, okay? But two, when we color, it makes you have muscles in your hand. Did you know that? All of this, squish your hand. These are your muscles. And if you don't have strong muscles in your hand, you won't be able to write like a kindergartner, and you won't be able to color like a kindergartner, and you won't be able to cross the monkey bars in kindergarten, or you won't be able to do a very good push-up, or there'd be a lot of things you can't do very well. Maybe bounce a basketball or throw a baseball. You need strong hand muscles. It is so important. So when we're coloring, even if you're like, I want you to stop for a minute and realize that coloring like a kindergartner is so very important, okay? So keep up the good work with this coloring. Some of you have been sending me pictures and they're gorgeous and I absolutely love it, okay? So thank you for doing that. But in just a sec, we are going to hit pause and I would like you to go do your Play-Doh mats or your ABC cards or whatever fun thing your mom has for you. I want you to do your letter T paper if you haven't yet. You can work on your pumpkins book. And then I want you to do one of your literacy centers, okay? So do one of those and then come back and we will do our math time, okay? So go ahead, hit pause. Hello, welcome back. All right, look at this, what do we have for you? We're gonna do some numbers. So I know I told you in math we're learning about shapes, but I also wanted, because you guys are such smarty pantses, we're also going to talk about some numbers too, okay? Because you're just so smart. So, do you know what this number is? It's the number 1. Can you help me count the Munster? 1. Can you help me count the dot on the 10 frame? That's what this thing is called down here. It's called a 10 frame. 1. So look what I have. I have a number 1, but it looks like a pumpkin. Isn't that silly? So here's what I want you to do. You get to color your number 1 and color these pumpkins, but then here is the tricky part. I want you to get your scissors and you are going to cut off the bottom of the page. Snippety, 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 snippety. Okay? And then look at this. I want you to figure out, can you glue 1 pumpkin on here? Okay, do you glue all of them? No, I only want 1. Okay, let's see if you can do it. So you're just gonna cut and glue on here 1 pumpkin. Pretty cool, Jewel, because we're talking about the number 1. Okay, so that was kind of a quick lesson. Whew! Math is kind of fun right now because you guys are so smart. But I am going to show you your math flashcards really quick. So we have square, rectangle, circle, triangle, hexagon. And guess what? Don't do it yet, but you're gonna go do your number 1. I would like you to go do your, woo, it's running away from me. You're gonna do your number mats. You might also have a shape one. Mommy might have put together a shape center for you that I had. There's a whole bunch of really cool stuff, okay? So you're gonna work on your math centers. You're gonna do your number 1 paper. And then when you come back, I have a little story for you. And I have a really fun art project for you. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Okay, so go ahead and hit pause. Hello, hi you guys. Okay, so I wanted to read you I'm gonna actually read you a couple of stories because they're so much fun. But we didn't talk very much about our pumpkins today. So I wanted to read you our, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna read this one. We just read it yesterday. I wanna show you some really cool things here. So we have, and your mom can print this for you or your grown-up, whoever you're with. But I have some really neat cards that we're gonna start playing with tomorrow or maybe even the next day on our pocket chart. And these are some of our, we call them vocabulary words. Okay, these are some really neat new words that we're gonna be learning. And I'm gonna print some of these off and put them in our chart. Sorry, there's a whole bunch of them I want you to learn. But here are some really cool pumpkin words, okay? This is seed, sprout, plant, vine, flower, green pumpkin, growing pumpkin, grown pumpkin. So these are some really cool vocabulary words that we're gonna be talking about. And like tomorrow when we're reading our All About Pumpkin books, I'm gonna have these words up here and I wanna see if you can start to recognize some of these words in some of the pumpkin books that we're gonna be reading, okay? So like this one has little pictures: seed, sprout, plant, vine, flower, green pumpkin, growing pumpkin, grown pumpkin. So you can ask your mom or your grown-up or whoever you're with, but there's a version that you can print out and keep with all of your schoolwork. And then in a couple of weeks when we do our journals and you're gonna be writing about pumpkins, you can learn how to write some of these words. And oh my goodness, your kindergarten teacher is gonna be so proud of you. So, so proud of you. But before we move on to that, hold on. Where did Duck and Goose go? I wanted to show you our fun little art project you get to do today, okay? So Jackson, my son Jackson, helped me do this one. And this is a cute little pumpkin, and we bingo dotted it orange because orange is his favorite color, and it happens to be the color of a pumpkin. But you might choose, this is a time to be silly, you might choose to bingo dot a purple pumpkin, or a blue pumpkin, or a rainbow pumpkin. Maybe you want to do red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Okay, but however you want to do it. But here's the important thing. When you're dotting with your bingo dotter, I do not want them crazy everywhere. Okay, the most important thing about this activity, I don't care what color, but do you see how Jackson worked really hard to stay in the lines? Like this one got a little bit below, but that's okay. Do you see how hard he worked at that? I want you to do the same thing. And then you can also, like we had fun working together to kind of color and decorate it. And you can do that too. But don't forget, the most important thing is to try to go nice and slow and dot right on those circles. Now the other thing is if you go smash, guess what's gonna happen? The paint's gonna go everywhere, so don't smash your daughters. Okay, remember they're called daughters, not smashers, okay? We bingo dot, not bingo smash, okay? Little dots, boop, 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 all the way through it, okay? So don't hit pause yet. I'm gonna read you a story, and then you can go do all your fun stuff for the day, okay? This book is called No, David. Do you remember reading about the naughty little boy David? David's mom always said, "No, David." Oh gosh. He wrote on the wall. Are you supposed to write on the wall? Uh-oh, what's he doing now? No, David. Are you supposed to climb on furniture? No, David, no. Uh-oh, what did he do? Oh, man. Tracked mud all on the carpet. No, no, no. Uh-oh, look, he left the water running, and then look what happened. Oh, David. Oh! Come back here, David. Oh, his booty is showing. Oh, are you supposed to run down the neighborhood naked? No. David, be quiet. It's being noisy. Don't play with your food. That's not how you eat dinner. That's enough, David. Are you supposed to chew with your mouth open? Ah. That's gross. Go to your room. Uh-oh. What do you think he was doing? I think he was trying to fly like Superman. Settle down. Is that how you get ready for bed? Nope. Your mom would probably be pretty mad if you made a mess like that. Not in the house, David. Oh dear. Where do you play baseball? Outside. Oh, I said no, David. Uh-oh. That wasn't a very good choice, was it? Davy, come here. Oh, man. Yes, David. I love you. Does your mommy love you no matter what? Yep. Even when you make naughty choices. Even when you make bad choices. Still love you. Still love you. All right, you goofballs. Here's what I would love for you to do. I need you to finish your bingo dot pumpkin. Go back through, have some fun. Maybe watch that pumpkin video I have for you. Or sing some really fun, silly songs. Go wiggle it out, whatever you gotta do. But I hope you have a super awesome day. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.